Hello, Miss Fajuma.
Good morning.
Hello, mother.
Juma, what's all this that I have been hearing about data protection recently? I just saw your security guard reading up on the latest data fraud.
Ah, yes. That's actually what I'm working on right now. It's quite a serious situation because there are lack of adequate regulations. So it is very easy for personal information to be shared or sold to third parties.
I just left my telephone number and government ID with your security guard downstairs. Should I be concerned?
Well, normally you should. But since this is my university, you should be fine. The problem is that many times you don't know what the receptionists might do with your information. They could give your information to political parties, businesses, advertisers, and other third parties. And because data breaches are relatively new to our countries, our government are still figuring out the best way to draft data protection laws that protect both the freedom of speech and our personal information.
Sounds like the perfect case for Team
Fajuma.
Fajuma.
So we need to figure out the perfect recipe for a data protection policy. I can handle the chemicals and technology, ma'am, but I need your legal expertise.
Yes, you do. Okay, we need to include 7 very important principles into this law. First, we need to ensure that personal data is processed in a clear and transparent way so that people know how their data will be collected and used. Second, there needs to be a specific purpose for personal data to be collected and processed. Third, the data that processors collect should be the absolute minimum amount of information that they need for their purpose. For example, the security guard downstairs should not need my birth certificate. Fourth, the right data protection policy will make sure that its citizens' personal data is accurate and up to date. We should have the right to erase, change, and correct our own information. Fifth, personal data should not be kept for longer than necessary. Sixth, data should be processed only with top-notch security, including protection against unauthorized or unlawful processing and against accidental loss, destruction, or damage. And last but not least, our data should not be transferred to another third party unless that third party also ensures a high level of data protection. Did you get all that?
Yep, it's starting to smell like democracy.
And now we add in the list of user rights. Users should have the right to access their own information from data processors and controllers. They have the right to refuse the processing of their personal information, the right to request the deletion of all their personal data when they leave a service or application, the right to modify inaccurate information about themselves, the right to understandable information about how their data is collected and processed, the right to an explanation of the purpose behind any data processing, and the right to move their personal data from one platform or service to another platform or service.
So basically, the user should have complete control and understanding over how their personal information is used.
You got it, son?
Let's go create some change.